Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in the house with the Cultrotech Svarn 3. I'm gonna analyze the look, the sound, and the feel of this bad boy. But don't forget three things: like, subscribe, leave me a comment down below if you want. If you're in a mood to buy, check out some fidget toys as well, check out fablades.com or at Fablades on Instagram. Let's go ahead and check this out. I already reviewed this guy over here a while ago. It was at the beginning of the channel. And honestly, I don't like that video. And then I sold the knife, and then I regret that because I wanted to shoot like a proper review, and then it's hard to find this fella because there's only 100 made. And then I was able to track one down, and here I am, showing you the box, showing you a little bit more detail. I have better lighting, and I have a better camera right here. So I really hope you guys enjoy this fella because it's an amazing one. So let's check it out. I mean, this guy comes with a beautiful wooden box. It has magnets over here to keep it closed, and it's very well made. It has of course like proprietary hardware, and it comes with the bit pivot handle screw, and looks like it's silver, but actually there's like a hidden part right over here under this beautifully padded and velvety pad, microfiber cloth with some pretty cool gold laminated writings, and very nice quality business card from Cultrotech, which is containing the informations regarding this knife. Very, very good indeed. One of the best packaging ever. This is a gorgeous one, but let's quickly check the measurements. First, we got 4.2 inches for the cutting edge. It's a big boy, and 5.2 inches for the handle, and 9.2 inches for the overall length. I'm just going to show you a couple of knives right over here. I'm just going to skip this small one. I'm just going to show you the big ones. Large Sebenza 21, Spyderco Paramilitary 2. They're both smaller than that. Let me show you this guy right over here. This is the Brian Dovoid custom, of course. I'm going to show you another big boy right over here. This is the Kirby Lambert JVO collaboration. Peter Assenti. Custom Nirvana 4.0. Of course, how can I not show you a couple of Russian fellas? Custom Division, Chicago F5, Silken, Neon, and L in the mix to give you an idea of the sheer size of the Svarn 3 Russian knife made by Cultrotech. It's crazy, guys. This is really one of my favorite knives for various reasons. Let's quickly check the handles. I mean, where to start? There's so much things going on this one. By the way, retail price on this one was 1,800 bucks, so not really properly cheap, but it's a gorgeous knife, like custom level made. Even if it's like numbered, it still feels like a custom knife. It's kind of like borderline, like let's call it very limited production, because there's 100 made of these. 50 are going to be made with one kind of finish, which is the old video, and this is the other 50. So this is the first, actually, number 51 from the number 100. You get to see a little bit different finish for the carbon fiber, which if you check out closely, it has some fine milling lines. You can see that. And it has some nice chamfers, like 3D radiused chamfers, not just like flat. And by the way, I mean, this angle just keeps going, bleeding out onto the chamfer of the titanium liners. The liners are internally chamfered as well and fully skeletonized. So if you check my maintenance video on this one, you're gonna be able to admire the internals of the Svarn, which are designed like masterfully. It's really a work of art. I really like how this part just like bleeds onto the liners, like retaining the contouring, and therefore like in the hand is gonna feel like gorgeous. That is a great thing. And then you have this fantastic titanium overlays. Look at that. It looks like, you know, you can see the milling here, but it looks like it's disappearing towards the end, but actually it's not. It is such a fine milling that is crazy. When you bring it down, it just like disappears. You kind of can feel it, but it's very, very subtle. These overlays are titanium screwed in from the inside and held together like by screws that probably you can glimpse from this perspective. Then you get the liners. The liners are like beautifully done. Look at the jimping going on over here. Like these 5 semicircles matching, kind of matching, reminding these 6 on the jimping right over here. That is a pretty cool little detail. And then you have like a wide finger groove over here. Pretty cool. I mean, just check the detail on the lock bar. The jimping over here. 5 semicircles, reminding these or these, are like really, it's incredible. I mean, I thought I'm gonna complain about, the lock bar access. No, because the way this is made, like, you don't even have to jam, like, you see your thumb like that and just, no. Just like this, the fact that you're gonna push a little bit, the meat is gonna be enough to grab those. So it's just like effortlessly working. This design is great because you don't have any area exposed. Like, for example, I don't know, you would see on a Sebenza, you see the lock bar, and that's great. So you have the access for the thumb. In this case, you don't see anything, but it just works perfectly. That is clever. That is a clever design, 100%. Another thing, like, look at this. Check the backspacer. Titanium milled backspacer. It's great. Really cool. Lanyard option is integrated into the backspacer, which, look at this. Look at this point. Look at the centering backspacer up here. This detail here, there's so much things going on over here. It's ridiculous. Blade safely recessed. You see it's kind of like sticking out from the handles to increase the handle to blade ratio. That is gorgeous. It's something, for example, that you see on the Neon custom division. You see, it's like when the handle to blade ratio is so good, there's a trick. Also, I mean, pocket clip. Just check this deep carry pocket clip. It's gonna bury the knife completely down in your pocket. Entrance exiting ramp of the clip, gorgeous. Tension, perfectly dialed in. Hidden hardware. This is screwed in from the inside. You can glimpse the end of the screw right there. Beautifully clean. There is even like some milling to remind you that underneath there's an overlay. Look at that, matching the overlay. It's very cool. 3D milled titanium pocket clip, of course. And then you have the blade. Wow, wow, wow. So this is kind of like of a mirror wash kind of finish, dual tone. The flats, I mean, it's like a very, very subtle orange peel finish for the flat and the inside of the pierced fuller. It's amazing. The jimping here, it's not functional. It's just like you don't really feel it. There's no bite to it. It's not functional. It's just like an aesthetic thing. But then you have like this crowning on the spine of the blade, which just ends over here. And then drop point and then 30% belly straight edge up to the sharpening joint. Which, by the way, it's like highlighting a ridiculously thin behind the edge stock for this blade. This is a laser. It's like crazy, crazy thin behind the edge. You get to see Cultrotech logo on this side. 51 is the serial number. On the back, you get to see the heat treatment made by Jan Hook M390 steel. This is like 63 on the HRC scale. So very hard. You can cut this like forever. It's gonna hold the edge like for a very long time. You have the fuller that is nicely chamfered and open, and you can see it's cut out. It's beautiful. The plunge grind, it reminds me a little bit of the Shiro. And check the flipper tab. There's some nice milling going on. Look at the jimping on the back, not sticking out too much. It's gonna be pretty good for the light switch button and even for the push button. Light switch operation, sorry, and push button. So you can deploy this many ways. The blade is gorgeous. It's a spectacular shape for this blade, very thin, super slicey. I mean, look at this. This is a slicer. Also the sound, very unique, kind of like double clutch, clack, clack. Mechanical sound. How cool is this sound? It's just gorgeous. Also, let's check the weight, because you're not gonna believe this is like 4.2 inches blade, and it's gonna be 4.44 ounces. That is nuts. So the skeletonization, the carbon fiber, the relief, the cutout is just like witnessing the engineering, the research and design that went into this one to have a 4.2 inch long blade weighing in at 4.44 ounces. That's great. It's it's incredible. In the hand, this guy feels like gorgeous. There's no hot spots, nothing. It's very nicely rounded off. The jimping is not that functional here, but that's probably my only nitpick on this one. You can easily do a reverse grip. The handle is big, so there's gonna be plenty of space to hang on to this knife. I wouldn't really do like a choke up, because it's not really like a finger choil. Yeah, no, don't do that, but like that, it just feels great. It's solid as a rock. Nothing is flexing, nothing is rattling, shaking, no blade play. This is like really solid. And you even have of course, like stainless steel lock face insert, which is screwed in from the outside, but you don't see it because of the carbon fiber. And then there is like a surprise, guys. Check the action on this fella. All right, look at this. Okay, so there is no blade play. I am assuring you, this is rock solid. This is fully tightened. All right, I'm disengaging the lock bar. Okay, and I'm just slowly rotating the handle. All right, and this thing is gliding close, like this is like, I don't know, on roller bearings. And I'm being really careful in using these words. And I'm telling you guys, this feels that is on roller. And I'm talking about this kind of level action, you know, like this is the roller action. And yeah, the surprise is that this guy is running on washers. This is the smoothest knife on washer that I've ever experienced. There's nothing like this. There's no blade play. This thing, guys, is the most satisfactory knife on washers of all time. Tell me when to stop. I mean, I'm speechless. This is incredible. One of the best actions of the market on washers. Unbelievable. I'm blown away every time that I hand this to a knife guy. I let him play, and then when I tell him that is or her that is a knife on washer, they don't believe me. And then I have to send them the link of my maintenance and disassembly video to check out the inside of this guide, because it's just bonkers. So there you have it. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video, because I love this knife. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned.